Hey everyone, welcome back to Auto Legends. We're taking a clean cut. Voice-only tour through the 2026 Lamborghini Revuelto Phantom. The already feral Revuelto pushed into an even angrier, rarer, more theatrical register. This is a car designed to show what a V12 plug-in hybrid hypercar can look like when a brand with no fear of ridicule or excess decides to go further still. Exterior first. The Phantom is not subtle even by Sant'Agata's standards. The surfacing is all negative pressure thinking. Shovel air into the radiators, knife it around the body, accelerate it out again. The familiar Y signature cut lines are deeper and more sharpened here. Everything looks under tensile load as if carbon panels are being pulled tight over vacuum. The nose is lower and longer relative to the standard Revuelto, with a splitter profile that looks absolutely non-road legal, even though it is. The fender peaks are higher and more architectural, almost like the shoulders of a prototype Le Mans racer. The roofline runs dead true from windshield to engine glass without a single soft transition. The car reads like a wedge that refuses to be rounded. Move rearward, and the message becomes outright hostile. Exhaust exits remain high but are larger and set deeper in, framed by exposed carbon ducts that look like raw turbine architecture. The rear wing is a permanent structural element rather than a pop-up. Its mounts are skeletal and hollow to bleed drag. Taillights are pushed far out to the car's corners, making the shoulders read wider still, and the whole aft section looks like you could lift the car from there with a crane. If the regular Revuelto announces itself like a sci-fi prop, the Phantom feels like the movie villain that survives the third act. Cabin briefly. Lamborghini hasn't attempted to civilize anything. It has attempted to weaponize clarity. The Phantom interior reduces ornament and pushes structural carbon into view. Sill tops, cross members, tunnel spine. The central HMI stack is still upright tablet plus aircraft toggles, but the material palette is cold and lean. Matte carbon, dark anodized metal, low-gloss Alcantara, minimal bright work. The seating buckets are deeper and thinner, with visible carbon shells like single-seater race tubs. Visibility is still predictably compromised. This is a cockpit that instructs you to commit, not to relax. Performance is where the Phantom separates itself from the merely extreme. The 6.5-litre naturally aspirated V12, already the anti-downsizing statement of the decade, is breathed on with revised headwork and higher flow induction, paired again to the 3-motor PHAV system, but with battery and inverter cooling uprated to allow longer plateau power. Lamborghini is targeting a system number that edges the Revuelto's 1001 HP into the mid-teens rather than the low thousands. But the more important change is not peak, it is duty cycle. The Phantom is engineered to deliver repeat attack laps without thermal retreat. Torque fill from the E-axle keeps the V12 on song. The dual personality, instant electric shove, overlaid with free revving naturally aspirated rise, is preserved, just stretched. Chassis logic is recut around stiffness first. More fixed aero means the car builds legitimate downforce at track-relevant speeds without waiting for actuators. Spring and damper curves are correspondingly higher. Steering mass is lower. Rear steer logic is more aggressive on turn-in and calmer mid-corner to stop the car from skating. Battery mass and cooling are centered and low, so you feel the Phantom pivot around hips rather than nose. That classic Lambo rear mass dance. Now stabilized by electronics that remove the terror, but not the sensation. If the standard Revuelto was Lamborghini declaring that the plug-in future would not equal meekness, the Phantom is the annotation in red pen. The V12 is not being retired with a sentimental ballad. It is being sent out in armor, with electricity as ammunition. This car exists to make the point that the emotional violence of combustion can coexist with the technical violence of electrification, and that the end of an era doesn't have to sound like an elegy. It can sound like the door slamming behind it.